interesting article from Martech. Heavy on Martech articles this for this
I
this
noticed that.
this issue. Yeah, it's good. Get some good, really good content. AI rewards brand meaning and punishes everything else. So
Hmm.
I thought this was interesting, and it actually goes through and talks about, and it gives um, um, public information of different companies, different um, um, trusted brands, and it kind of breaks it down. And then it talks about the consistency variable no one budgets for. So this is it's so funny that even like large brands talk about consistency, and we talk about consistency as one of our core values of strategic marketing. And the way we approach it is, you
Hmm.
obviously you need to audit. You have your strategy, you have your implementation, but you have the consistency aspects, regardless of what you're doing, whether it's social media or PPC or creating a podcast like this or video content. Consistency wins the game, and consistency in how you talk about and discuss a brand is huge. And this is literally saying everything that we talk about. And when we do AI SEO for a client or company or brand, we try to get every source being consistent. Every press release, white paper, blog post, profile, ad, sponsorship, whatever it is, wherever it is, it needs to be consistent in every way. And that's where it says it rewards it. And it's actually, this article talks about larger brands and how some of them just aren't consistent. And those are large brands with enormously large marketing teams and branding agencies, and you still can't get things consistent. And I think consistency goes more than just how visually the brand looks. It's the messaging and the words behind the
Hmm.
brand that has to be consistent in the world of AI. And we see that firsthand. But I just thought this was a great article because, again, it really supports our methodology, and it ties in larger brands. So
Yes, so if your brand is consistent and that is beyond like your logo and your brand colors, it has to do with your tagline and everything. If it's consistent, then you'll be rewarded with that consistency when AI mentions you. If it's all over the place, and honestly, it sounds to me like the larger the brand, the more likely it is for something to go amiss with the way somebody
yeah,
mentions you. We know that any little thing can cause an AI engine to hallucinate or drift, as I call it.
right,
Where why did that drift like that? And then you realize maybe 10 years ago this is how we were talking about our brand, and now we're
right.
not talking about our brand that way anymore. So we just got to watch. We just have to clean it up and watch for it. And it's interesting to read this article for its use cases with the larger brands. It's interesting
Right.
take.
Yeah, yeah. John, what do you think on this?
Yeah, I think that people should try and keep track of every single place that they're promoting their brand. Whether you have like, a Word document or a notepad, just keep track of where you have your stuff written down, so that in 10 years you can go back and reflect on those things, go check and see if everything still is brand relevant or not, and make edits if you need to, or delete things, or just so that AI doesn't create, there's no more hallucinating within what your brand is and all that.